What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Know how we do it here. Man, I just want to talk about a few little things real quick before I get up out of here. Just a few couple little things. It seems that a lot of people, a lot of people want to talk about the music industry, the film industry, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And talk about how it's so evil and it's so wicked and it's so, we need to get out of here. We need to liberate ourselves. All this talk that they have. But at the same time, don't you find it just a little bit fucking funny that these motherfuckers want to stay in the same type of business that they say is so, like, Katt Williams didn't say, I'm going to stop touring. Not in this wicked industry. I'm going to stop touring now. You fucking flake. Rat Williams is what they're calling him now. Rat Williams. The Rat Pack. Him, Jaguar Wright, Al B. Shaw, evidently. I got something on YouTube, pal. Oh, all you motherfuckers are connected, huh? Al, you ain't have to do it like this, bro. You ain't have to do it like this. You ain't have to do it like this. But I caught you, nigga. Caught you. Oh, I caught you. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. They don't call me professional for nothing. To know me is to know that. Oh, I'm extremely fucking bright. That's one thing all of us Tauruses share. I'm extremely fucking smart most of the time. Anyway, Rat Williams has went on this tirade for the past couple of days or whatever the case may be. Y'all want me to turn the music off? Y'all don't like the music? All right, I'll turn the music off. Y'all weren't hearing no music earlier this morning. I understand. Rat Williams, a.k.a. Katt Williams, has hit a all-time low. And there going to be repercussions for that. There's going to be repercussions for a lot of shit a lot of these motherfuckers out here say. I say it all the time. It's going to be a lot of repercussions for a lot of people, and they just don't see it coming yet. They really just don't see it coming yet. But I'm telling you, not only is it going to be repercussions, there's going to be a lot of lawsuits flying. Oh, man, the lawsuits is coming. I'm going to say, wait around about March, April-ish, towards the end. Niggas going to think shit cool, everything's all right, let me go over here and just sit down for a minute and then bow. You eating some fucking oodles and noodles, whatever the fuck you eat. You know what I mean? And then bam, hey, listen, we got this one for you today. Is your name such and such? Yeah. You've been required to appear in court. That's why I want to see many of you, because that's what you deserve. If you're a multi-motherfucking millionaire as Katt Williams is, what the fuck are you jumping on fucking Instagram or any of these other places? Fucking, what's the name? Yeah, morning to use. Why fucking you jumping on any of these fucking platforms with motherfuckers gossiping and snitching? You talking, well, I knew these secrets for 30 years. I told y'all motherfuckers a long time ago. These niggas, you have to now start questioning every nigga that was around you for like 20, 30 years. If you a star, you have to question all them niggas. You have to take a look at them, take a look at their dossier and everything else, because these motherfuckers, apparently their new style of form of play is snitching. They all want to be snitches, professional snitches. And you just don't become a snitch. You was already a snitch. You was already a snitch. You always was a snitch. There ain't nothing new for you. This is who you are. And we done had these motherfuckers up around us. We've been laughing and giggling with them and sharing our secrets and all kinds of shit or whatever. I heard two niggas on their podcast talk about, yo, we got the lady that was there when the Club New York shooting happened. Yeah, but y'all niggas wasn't there. I was around. And based off a couple views and shit, niggas, you don't believe me? I got the pictures to prove it. We went to the courthouse with Puff down at the Jacob Javits Center. I was interviewed by 3 different outlets, including Sway in the Morning. And at that time, he was working for MTV. This is a fact. Shout out to my nigga Scrooge McBucks. Orlando, who was just recently in our Bad Boy reunion dinner, died even 2 months ago now. Shout out to Scrooge McBucks, Queens. What's happening? Told you there's not a borough in New York City I don't know people. You come around fucking with me, you not gonna move around comfortably. Trust me on this. You don't believe shit else, believe that. Don't you see where I be at? Jesus fucking Christ. We got all these self-proclaimed snitches. First 48 niggas is like what I like to call them. And y'all niggas is out here donating to these niggas, supporting these niggas, all kinds of shit. I saw some motherfuckers talking about, yo, we ought to start a fund to donate to Katt Williams for fucking what? See, what this shit really is, it's a war between the have and the have-nots. The have-nots, there's more and plentiful of. So like with every generation, every society, yes, every society, meaning from the Byzantine period to the fucking Renaissance period, every period that you had throughout history in multiple cultures, multiple demographics, including racial, gender-wise, everything, all of them always had a rise and fall. It's ubiquitous. It has to happen. And you always had people that were rich, and the people will pick up their pitchforks and go against them. They felt they didn't get enough money. They felt things weren't distributed. And for all respects and purposes, I had to respect them by saying this, because as time shows, also in that equation remains this. It's always the same antics that lead to there. The people that are becoming rich through these people, before it might have been taxes, before it might have been goods, before it might have been a snake oil salesman, however you got rich. At some point or another, if you're not philanthropic, and the philanthropy cannot be, you know who was a perfect person at this? One of the Rockefellers. I'm not going to say which one, but it was one of the elders that died. You know, all throughout, and make no mistake about it, throughout all the rotten shit he may or may not have done. I don't know. I haven't done enough investigation on him to figure that out. But one thing I know about the elder Rockefeller was he was noted, not in the terrible shit he did. He was noted in all the philanthropic shit that he did, including donating to a couple black endowments. May I add that in? That much I do know. You don't believe me? Go look it up. A couple of them. He's remembered more for that. Every time he spoke, maybe remember Mr. Rockefeller and his philanthropic endeavors. That's what they say. You know what they gonna say about you niggas? Man, that one joint he had, that shit was popping. That's what they got to say. I'm talking to the stars. Because at the same time, I can't sit here and play like a fucking play porcupines with you and sit there and say, oh, well, you know, these people ain't got no right to say anything. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But it's the fact of what you're saying. Is it true, or is it shit that sits in your imagination and it sound good in the ground the use of donations, likes, and shares? That's the difference. And if you decide to indulge in that type of behavior, at that time, you're doing a disservice to the people, because now you're lying to them. So basically what you're saying is, fuck their lies, take my lies. And these niggas storm out the streets, that shit'll get your ass shot at or beat up, nigga. Shot at or beat up. One of the two. Which one you want? You're lying to these people. Now I'll say again, maybe 40% or so of that shit that Rat Williams said was the truth. Like, honest to God, the truth. Like, not no made up shit, not no added on, let me throw some salsa, some pasta sauce over here type rhetoric. No, some of the things he said, about 40% of it was the truth. I can even sit back and agree with. I've said this before, if you listening to me, if you're intelligent enough. But when you only have surface listeners, And surface listeners, unfortunately, are some of the worst because the surface listeners, they only listen for the connotations of what they have prepared in their mind, the connotations of what they see as normal. They never add anything onto the information they've already gathered or information they've had previously or whatever the case may be, and then be able to make a quantitative decision. They don't do that. Instead, what these fucking fucks do is they sit around and they gossip and chatty and patty, just like fucking Once Upon a Time Dave said. You know what I mean? And they just gossip like bitches. And I'll say it again. The abundance of men that were birthed to single mothers has attributed to this shit because of pure simple fact. If you had your son around your sisters and them all his fucking entire life, and this motherfucker just like Tarzan in the fucking jungle, and he learned how to talk and adapt and move with the animals. This nigga's gonna learn how to talk and adapt and move with the girls. Now, I'm not talking about somebody that's in the LBGT community, all that shit or whatever, whatever, whatever. You guys as well as don't know, I got a cousin that's in the LBGT community. One of the bloggers I'm attached to is a great fucking person, in my opinion. Shout out to King Pang and the Crown family and all that or whatever. But I got to say what I got to say. And if I saw you driving into a brick wall, I ain't supposed to call you out and say, yo, turn the car, my nigga, you about to hit the brick wall. Then niggas get mad at me when I say something about the mentality of a lot of African Americans nowadays and Latinos, both inclusive, and some white people too. But I highlight on those two because I'm not white. And niggas will come in here and they'll get upset and they'll be like, oh, da 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 da. Why you say that? Well, I just want to take up one right now. Nigga asked me what side am I on? Nigga, first of all, let me tell you something. I forgot what you call yourself, Cap is something. Cap, one of them African names at the back of it. I don't know who the fuck this nigga was. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some weirdos. Let me tell you something, Papa. Since you want to say shit, nigga told me, and I'm gonna quote this. He said, "Where do I get off talking about black people and I only claim half black? You only half FBA." And I'm paraphrasing a little fucking bit there. Sir, first of all, let me tell you something. If you was a true admiral, captain, or whatever that shit was you had in your thing, the first thing you would have done, a real man, would have been like, okay, let me look at this brother's footage, see what he doing, see what he moving. Is this the only video I don't like? This is how dumb these motherfuckers are. I mean, is there anything here I don't like or do like or whatever the case may be, right? And then after that, you make a decision and you say, okay, well, I understand why he there and why he think the way he think, because I'm looking at all these different instances where it seems like it's correlated and lateral. Every time this nigga goes to a spot and he tries to show the people something or do something for the people, nigga, I went to where fucking Malcolm X was shot at. Ain't none of y'all pro-black niggas even went over there, and some of y'all local to it. How about that? Niggas be on their day-to-day movements, going to the corner store, going to kick it with niggas on the block, talking about this, that, other, and third. But you can't go to where Aha Shabazz was gunned down at. What I did, I came from out of state and went it. And at the end of that live, I say again, because I'm talking to this individual, because I know you watch, because I didn't block you. I always say the same thing. And that's where you know where you at. Because generous people and people that's really about the culture, they see things for real for what they are. Niggas that suckers and they ain't really for the culture. They just want to use the culture as a hustling tool. Them motherfuckers, they never gonna give a dime to you. Don't you tell me nothing about that pro-black shit. My Aunt Melanie dedicated her fucking life to that shit. And when she was in need, they did the same fuck. That's how I know it. They did the same thing to her. Act like she didn't fucking exist. My homegirl, Kalita, she was down. Shout out to Kalita, Norwich, Connecticut. She opened up a store and she was selling African trinkets and all kinds of shit like that. The braids and Nancy says you could get your, everything there. That woman went into bankruptcy because black people would walk past her store and wouldn't even stop there. When they knew she was going out of business and she put everything on sale, they still wouldn't come in. It was standing in the front and kicking with her, giggle with her, ha 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 ha, which made me think in the back of my mind, they really just wanted to see her suffer. They wanted to be like, ha ha, you failed. And this is a mantra within Black and Latin culture. Latinos are worse at it, believe it or not. Latinos are worse. Ah, que tú digas, tú sabes, la gente latino, no. Ese negro tiene problemas, cuando tú sabes, la persona es toda la gente latino. Fuck out of here, nigga. I don't want nobody on here as Latino. Don't you get proud real quick, nigga. Don't get proud. This you too. This you too. We sit around and the new hustle is, and y'all starting at the top of the year. And I told y'all motherfuckers last year before I even started in, I said, yo, listen, don't go into the new year doing the same tricks from last year. It's a trick, my nigga. It's a trick. What's going on, Entourage NYC? I said, don't go into the new year doing this shit. It's a trick. They want you to continue doing the same thing. For some of y'all, YouTube is involved in it. They want y'all to keep doing the same type of motherfucking material so they can slowly get rid of you niggas. Let me ask you niggas this. Have any of y'all went to go check your YouTube studio and notice that some of your numbers go up and down and fluctuate as far as your view count total for the month? Pay attention to that. You're a Black or Latin YouTuber. You're playing a game along with them that some of these people that you say are speaking against the elites are actually working with the elites in a circular plan to keep you motherfuckers, as she said, provocators, provocateurs. That name sound familiar? Anybody that's really into Black experience, you should be able to tell us what a provocateur is. That niggas lost a lot of y'all tenets and motherfucking beliefs along this past 10, 15 fucking years. I don't know if it was your grandmother started, she had to go back to hooking. I don't know what the fuck it was. But let me tell you motherfuckers something. If you don't change the way you're moving and the course that you're moving, and you don't see perception-wise how other people are looking at you, you're headed into a fucking brick wall. Yeah, sure, it'll be a bag here, it'll be a bag there, it'll always be a fucking bag, just like there'll always be a bra. That's why a nigga told me a long time ago, don't worry about them chicks, go get the money. They still gonna be out there. There's gonna be fresh ones. Davin, I work at Rikers. I got 4 popular rappers in my class. You are so right. They had opportunities and blew it because they wanted to hang. There you go. Let me tell y'all a quick little story, right? And make sure y'all hit the Cash App up. Show me some love. I don't get no love on my channel no more because people on here and they prefer to lie about me. I had somebody tell a blatant lie about me. I ain't gonna mention it. But somebody tell a blatant lie about me on 3 different platforms. And the culture based off of the gossip culture. That's what I call it now. You might as well not even call it the culture anymore. It's the gossip culture. And really, they don't understand what's hidden underneath it. Underneath it is you're a voyeur. That's what's hidden beneath it there, don't you know? You're a voyeur. You know what a voyeur is? Somebody go look up the definition of a voyeur right now. Go ahead, I'll wait. And I want you to copy and paste it and put it in the chat room so I can put it up on the board. Somebody right now run and go get me the definition of a voyeur. Go have class this morning. Shout out to Allah School of Mecca. Adam Clayton Powell. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna have a lesson here this morning. Since y'all so black. We'll see how fucking black you really are. Or is it a bunch of cockamamie shit hidden behind you wanting to gossip? Being pro-black don't talk about gossiping. See how niggas started disappearing? See how niggas started disappearing? Pay attention. These motherfuckers are pimping black. I don't pimp black. You understand what I'm saying? You don't get me up on here talking about, oh, boo, we's got to do this. That's not pro-black. I told y'all before, go look up the Black Panthers formulas and the way they did things, and you'll understand how to put yourself and your people on to a better angle. Yeah, sure, sometimes I get up here, somebody who looks for sexual gratification. It's someone that looks for sexual gratification, but there's other definitions of it. Look at the multiple definitions of it. That's just one. A voyeur is also someone who likes to observe people having sex. A voyeur likes to observe people in any type of dynamic or whatever. And these conversations, they hard for some people to have. You understand? That's why you'll get people to come in and come out or whatever, because they don't want to have these conversations. Because if they have these conversations, what happens is it goes against their narrative. Yeah, yeah. The interest is usually more in the act of watching rather than in the person being watched. Exactly. There you go, Entourage. They got it. But in this case, funny enough, because of the outlet of social media, you got voyeurs watching other voyeurs, creating other voyeurs. So now you got a voyeuristic culture. That's all they like to do. Everybody's watching everybody. Just like it's a camera every fucking where, whatever. We have adopted this culture, and you have grabbed on and grasped a culture that is surveilling you, motherfucker. Ain't no way you can walk in the United States right now. There ain't a fucking camera somewhere, you dumb motherfuckers. And now y'all just joining in right on it. In China right now, they have something as such as called social credits. Social credits. You ever heard of this? Please write in the chat if you've heard of this before. Social credits. And these social credits go towards a person's behavior. It might be as simple as, did you help somebody take some groceries out? Did you help somebody, we saw you run past somebody and tap them on the shoulder and take off running and think, hey, well, you dodged a couple points. These social credits go into you, voyeur vision. These social credits go towards your travel, places you're allowed to stay, whether it be a hotel or your apartment or a home that you can buy. Social credits. Look at it. Just take a look at it. You'll see what I'm talking about. Chinese government's doing it for like, I don't know, maybe good 7-8 years now, maybe a little bit longer. I know that's how long the public's known. Good morning, Jedi. Jedi said the voyeur vision. Y'all make sure y'all hit that Cash App and support me too, man. We got a goal to reach $300. It don't matter what day we reach it, but I like to reach it. So make sure y'all hit that Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80. Also want to say this. A lot of people, and I'm going to continue the conversation because y'all need to know this stuff because it goes all together. You've now got people of color hustling other people of color with tails and guarantees of gratification and eradication of the system in the music industry. How? Well, you ain't talking about nobody but the niggas that the big niggas hired. Y'all ain't hear me? They ain't talking about nobody but the niggas that the real niggas in charge hired. So let me ask you this question, Mr. Katt Williams. How come you ain't get up there and talk about none of the Heisenbergs, none of the Masculists? How come you ain't talk about none of them people? That's another one. Y'all better pay attention. These niggas ain't pro-black. These niggas pro-sissy. The fuck is wrong with you guys? You don't see this shit? They're hustling you. The hustler is hustling the hustlers. Thank you, Entourage. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for that donation. I appreciate that. Marjorie, thank you as well. I appreciate that. People make the mistake and don't understand. I grew up with a mother that was in that pro-black stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And an auntie that was into that. And that's why my motherfucking immigrant daddy liked her because he was a proud black Latino. And that's where they clicked. I've told this story a million times. We used to have the wicker chair in the crib. We used to have fucking the peacock arrow things. My mother had a little section for paying homage to the gods and everything like that. But let me go back to the Black Panthers, because I left off there. The Black Panthers used to have a grocery program. And there's a saying that I got from a man called OG Bobby Glanton Smith. It always stuck with me when he said this. God bless his heart. Check Bobby Glanton Smith at all costs. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to 5150. I'm a longtime friend of that show. Naturally. You understand? Let me tell you something. Bobby Glanton Smith said something that always stuck with me. He said this: if you can't feed the people, you can't lead the people. I'm going to touch on that in a minute, Jedi. You be surprised. Give me a second. You can't lead the people if you can't feed the people. We got a lot of motherfuckers sitting online talking all these warrior terms. Yeah, we need to go to war. Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to do this. Motherfucking got a hospital for you. Black Panthers did. Motherfuckers about, yeah, we need to go to war. We need to go to war. We need to do this. We need to do that. Motherfuckers can't even feed you once you're in the latrine. You got to start separating what's a realistic goal and what's not. And you stars, I hope what's happening to you is really a lesson of what's behind it. But a lot of these people are telling you that are talking or whatever, it's three mantras here. Number one, they're hurt. I don't know what the fuck they heard about, but they heard about something. Second thing is, I noticed that a lot of these people are in some type of financial bind. Cool myself. I didn't choose to go that route. I could use 10 grand easily right now. It would change my whole entire life. Shit, 5 grand would change my whole entire life right now. I could do everything that I needed to do. You understand what I'm saying? And quickly. But I do not have another year to throw away in my life, because previously I spent 2 years down, literally 2 years down, because of that pandemic. And it hit here in the New York City tri-state rougher than it hit other areas. Ain't nobody going to deny that. It's still embedded in my mind. It's seeing people over in the Bronx over there and people that know. They had so many bodies from that COVID stuff that they were throwing bodies on the back of tractor trailer beds. And I think it was St. Barnabas over there. We were catching the train. We got off the wrong train. We ended up by St. Barnabas. I remember that because we had to search around because not all stores were open, or they were either closed early and stuff like that. And I remember we ended up by St. Barnabas. Y'all know what I'm talking about over there. They got the Jesus Christ. What is the name of it? I ain't said it. It's so not famous. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It'll come to my mind in a minute. It's the green joint. Y'all know. I just can't think of the name of it. Everybody want to go there to get the if you want your meats and your cold cuts and everything, everybody want to go there in New York City. You know what I'm saying? It's the best. It's not famous, but it start with a F. I just can't think of it. It's not Gastaldi's either. But anyway, Gastaldi's has got great stuff there. They're expensive in a fucker. Gastaldi's and I forgot what the other one is. There was another one. But anyway, I remember this, and I remember them. We seeing this with our own 2 eyes. They were like literally throwing bodies in the back of tractor trailers. Like they were stacking them. There was so many people that died. And so I never got a chance to recuperate. You know, I went through 3 phases. I'm trying to make y'all understand why I feel the way I feel. I went through 3 phases. I went through the one phase where I was fucked up and shit like that. And I was up on line, and people such as Annette, and there was a few other people, Michelle. I don't ever want to forget her. I forgot what happened to my other homegirl. She used to be a moderator for me too, but she over there with Jean, so I know she cool. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her. But it was crazy because I had people, they would donate or whatever. Nah, but I know you talking about though. I would have people donate to me and shit like that or whatever. Then we moved forward, and I moved into where I live in now. And the plan was, and the word was online, everybody was saying to me, hey, brother, yo, brother, I'm going to show you how this shit play out. Yo, brother, we go through this, we go through that, we go through this. Yo, you need the furniture, you need this, you need that, we got you. I was like, oh, yeah? And I said at that point, I said, yo, it sounds like some cat. You know what I mean? But I let it be. I let it go. I was just like, all right, well, You know what I'm saying? A year went by, none of them people even showed up here anymore. I had one woman that literally dragged me on for a year talking about she was going to donate. And every time I told her the option to donate, she would switch it up and say, well, I don't have that, or I've got to get somebody to set that up for me or whatever. Listen, if you don't plan on donating to somebody to say, I can't donate, that's fine. But don't drag people along like that. It was like really vicious to me, you know? I'm trying to tell y'all why I feel the way I feel. You understand what I'm saying? Because I've been through this before. And I'm going to play something for you that'll show you that I'm not the only one that feels like this. There's other people that are saying the same thing. Annette said, I remember that. You remember her? Kept me going for a year. And then the final fuck you to me was me and my husband about to go on a trip. I was like, and then I said something to her, and then she just flipped and turned to who she really was, and who this I think she was. I have a PhD, and blah, 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 blah. Bitch, I worked at a record company. You an unemployed motherfucker with a PhD. You know how many motherfuckers I know that have PhDs that work at Starbucks right now in your local Bronx location? Get the fuck out of here. You think that shit was fucking impressing me? I have a PhD. Blah, 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 blah. So what? My mother's a working practitioner who gives a fuck. Yeah, for a whole year, this bitch was like, "Yo, I'm a donut, I'm a donut." I swear to God to you. So I'm trying to tell y'all why I feel the way I feel. So fast forward, I start doing shit again. I start moving around. And before Annette would also take, Annette's been here with me since day one. You understand what I'm saying? Annette was like my third new subscriber. So she know all of this shit. So if you need a reference for anything and you want to ask her on your own, she's not going to lie for me. You understand what I'm saying? Annette lives in Chicago. She doesn't live here in the tri-state area. So she's not going to lie for me. So you know what I'm saying? If you got some questions to ask me, like, yo, is this nigga telling the truth? Ask her. Because she was here to witness all of it. That's why I always reference her, because she was like my third, fourth subscriber. This is a fact. And we've been going strong again for about 3 years, you know? And so I would multiple times try to get people to be like, yo, listen, I started getting mobile again. I say, all right, I'm gonna start going to these locations or whatever. And I think the first place I went to, which Annette supported and donated so I could go there, was Corey Holcomb's concert. And with a little did I know, and the world famous Caroline's Comedy Club, in which little did I know that would be Corey's last time, or any of the comics' last time, or my last time being in there. Because they closed the place shortly after that, after years. And I'm talking about everybody performed there. Tracy Morgan, all these guys. They got Eddie Murphy. All these guys. This place had been there since like, I think 80 something, 81, 82, something like that. Like a lot of people that were on Saturday Night Live were there first, you know? A lot of them, if not the whole entire squad over there, including Adam Sandler, all of them, they all performed the Carolines. Legendary comedy place. And there's no other place, I think, in New York City that would compare to that as far as the history is concerned, not currently standing anyway. Shout out to Corey Holcomb 5150. I was there. I threw it up, you know. And even then, I noticed that because I did a quick little clip at the end of it. I noticed all these motherfuckers came in, but none of them want to even donate towards buying a ticket. I was like, wow. I recently went back to another Corey Holcomb thing, and I missed out on getting the tickets, but I said, yo, I'm gonna sit out here just in case Corey walk out the front. Sometimes Corey's known to walk out the front. He might have did it in New York City because it was cold. But and sometimes he would walk out the front, kick it with the people for a little bit. I said, well, let me at least get that. You know what I'm saying? Say my hellos or whatever. I'm like, I don't want nothing from the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I just fuck with the niggas. Like some people I just fuck with. You know what I mean? And then some people I just don't fuck with. Yeah, see that? I tell no Chuck. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, it is what it is. Guys, make sure y'all support that Cash App this morning. I really could use that too, for real, for real, for real. I'm kind of a little back from purchasing this phone. So if y'all could, y'all like the dialogue, y'all like the, what's the name? Make sure y'all hit up that Cash App that's right there on the thing, because I do a lot of work. That's why I'm explaining. You know what I'm saying? I believe in working for my money. I don't believe in just sitting around in the room and, you know, these lives that I'm doing right now that y'all hearing right now, this is not typically what I do. So what I encourage you to do, and maybe I need to start saying this a little bit more, go back and look at all my other material before you comment on one video. You understand what I'm saying? And then that'll maybe make you understand why I feel the way I feel and why I speak the way that I speak sometimes when it comes to African Americans. I really do, because I really think it's an individualist society now in culture where people just individually care about themselves and they bring up and make up these connotations in their mind. Well, you know, a man got to do. I'm like, no, they don't. Because I've seen tons of men and they don't act like that. And the weakest one out of the equation ain't the women, it's the dudes. Oh, it's the dudes. The dudes are the weakest motherfuckers you will ever meet in your fucking life. Because none of them had a daddy, don't you know? Most of them. So it's like I always conflict with them motherfuckers. You can be walking down the street. These motherfuckers will walk down the street. There'll be three white people walking in front of you. They won't look at them an inch. They all right, but they'll look right at you and be real face and everything. I go through that at least 20 times a day. It don't be white people to be bothered. It be niggas. Black and Latin niggas walking around trying to act tough or whatever. Don't know the whole time I got good shot and go right on me. You understand what I'm saying? Always keep that quiet. I keep a lot of things I do quiet, especially nowadays. Oh man, these motherfuckers will sabotage you in a minute if they can. I see that on the internet, on the YouTube, as they say. Y'all make sure to show some support this morning. Hit up that cash app. Yeah, I'm going at that, man. I'm going at that. We already a little bit up. I need to get a lot bit up. I need to make that money back to make some moves. I got bills to pay. I got things to do too. And I think that the material that I provide is way better than the material that motherfuckers that don't ever get on camera provide. That motherfuckers that sit back and hustle other people's YouTube pages and provide. And a lot of other, I actually go to places. I go to locations. I'm on locations. As example, if you're new here, I covered the Jonathan Majors case all 2 weeks. I was in the court, out of the courtroom. I have Jonathan Majors multiple times here on camera, including responding to me. So, and I couldn't even get a nigga to buy me a $5 cup of coffee for that. But another YouTuber, which I ain't gonna say her name, went to the Keefe D trial, right? Never got Keefe D on camera. Sat the whole time and just said, yeah, girl, I'm at work. I'm at work. See, what I found is you have to talk in a certain octave nowadays, and it has to be consistent of some ghetto shit. When did we all become the, like, let me ask this question. When did everybody unilaterally start talking like a hood booger? Can somebody help me out with that? The black screen posse, exactly. I'm just like, yo, I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be confused sometimes. And niggas were donating to that. The black screen posse put up videos and put up their cash up, and then boom, 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 boom. So I started saying about the black screen posse. I said, well, maybe these niggas just want to hear gossip all the time, and I'm not gonna do that. I ain't never been a guy. Let me tell you, I ain't never been no pink roller wearing nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not about to do it and start being one right now in my 40s, like a lot of y'all bitch ass niggas. They was playing real niggas for a long amount of years, as we see now. It was a lot of niggas playing real niggas. And so now I know some of my suspicions wasn't wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'll be like, sometimes I'm not lying to you, in the music industry, because if any of y'all know, before the music industry, I was in the streets in a real way. You understand what I'm saying? My ball was what, $300,000? Like I was wild. I was with some crazy dudes, Italians and fucking anybody know me, you know the story. You know what I'm saying? If you know me, you know the story. This is I can't make this shit up. So that was me before I got with the music industry. And I like to say the people that I were with made a significant impact on my life to this day. Let's just say that. Hell, it's a goddamn shame. Let me tell y'all the truth. You really, really want to know the truth? The reason I also bug about the donation things, not only because I go to all these trips or whatever, is because I talk to these guys, you know. So to say, guys, they're gonna be my friends in my life, Mr. Rocky, Vacos, Papa Don Seal. These people that, you know, I don't talk to him as much, but these guys are gonna be friends of mine for the rest of my life. And you know what? One day I was down there. There was two people. One day I was down at the Jonathan Majors trial. I think it was like the second week of it. And I made the announcement on the thing, and I said, and I told you guys at that time, so a friend of mine just called me and said, yo, what the fuck are you filming for those people for? It was Joey. I put up a picture of me and Joey before. So if you go to my community section, you'll see it. Trust me, you can't mess with me. The fucking Tuscan Italian. Anyway, Joe, if you listening now, I'm sorry. This is fucking funny. He calls me after I do a lot of minutes after. He said, "You're in New York?" I said, "Yeah." That's how he talks. "You in New York?" I said, "Yeah." "Fuck are you doing down at the courthouse?" I said, "I'm covering the Jonathan Majors thing." I said, "I talked to Bambino down there, so he got me in." He's like, "Oh, okay." So we knew what we were talking to. And it was funny because he was like, "Why are you filming for those motherfuckers?" And I just didn't see you just asking for $5 for a coffee and none of them donating nothing to you. He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Man, listen, take your fucking cash out." Check my cash out. It says me $25. He paid for my lunch. Not the niggas that I was streaming to. Isn't that fucking crazy? The Italian. Tuscan Italian. That's fucking hilarious. That's what happened. When I was bunked up, I had a friend, and many of the people remember her. Some of y'all do, but my friend Gina in England. My friend Gina in England sent me one time $1,500. Another time she sent it in euros, but she sent it exactly the way it was supposed to, because she actually had to send more money for it to equate. And so she sent me 1,500 one time, and then she sent me, I think it was 2,000. And then another time she sent me 4. Then finally she just showed up in the States. And I had a great, great time with her and her friend. So that was fucking amazing. So shout out to my homegirl Gina. She's still in England, and I love her to death. And she's Italian, but she's English. You know what I mean? I have another friend that's Italian. Cinzia. Shout out to Cinzia. It's it's those people that always came through for me, but I don't phenotypically I don't look like them, if that makes sense. I look like you guys. And they'll find every excuse. I had one lady say to me in my chat room one time, I'm talking about what people support, if you're wondering what the subject matter is. And I'm going to show you what I mean in a minute, because now I have a woman saying the same thing. About amazing. God makes you find things sometimes, you know? I thought to myself, I said, well, do these people really support the truth like they say, or do they just support gossip and lies and rumors? And it seems like to me, like, I'll give you an example. Say we found out everything that everybody's been accused of is true, right? Okay, then what? Then what? Then what? So now every black star has been eradicated. What happens? We replace them with you, YouTubers. So, let me go even further. Do you think you're going to be the replacement? I couldn't have said that any better myself. And you'll understand that I'm one strong. I want to read what Annette said. If they go back and look at your videos when you first started, they will see it. Don't you tell me I ain't no survivor. I'm stronger than half these motherfuckers that view me. Go back and watch my videos and see what the fuck I went through, homie. And you'll understand very clearly that nigga could be on here and be a tyrant. I could be on here and be a tyrant right now. I could have joined the streams. I could have joined the whole side of Jaguar. Let's expose the. And I could have had you niggas believe me, but I would have been lying to you. Yeah, there would have been a couple of things here and there that would have made sense, and in the sense of morality and blah 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 blah, we could have said, okay, conscientiously this makes sense, right? There's a couple of things that I've seen, like I told you, I have a situation one time where I filmed a rapper cheating on his girlfriend, basically. You know what I'm saying? And had he not caught me, and say, hey, yo, let me talk to you, Hoss. That video footage, I can't let that leak. You know what I'm saying? He was with a girl, though. Wasn't with no boys. Wasn't bent over nowhere. Wasn't taking one to the, to the Shiner. He wasn't doing none of that, He had no stinky brownie. You know what I mean? If you get me. All these things that people like to say nowadays. It's fucking disgusting, some of it. Utterly fucking disgusting. The things that people say. Keep telling them little boys over there at the Ho and Nay Nay network. They just keep getting worse and worse. People actually donate to that shit. They have a lot of followers. That means they have a lot of bullshit people. Those people are loyal. You saw them people getting arrested. When you have followers like that, and that's why I said I don't, a lot of people didn't understand last night when I said that. I don't want any of these fake pro blacks. I don't want any of these fucking fake Latinos either. I don't want any fucking niggas that switch sides or bounce. Because I try to tell you, and I hear the nigga Pork Chop echoing a lot of the words that I've been saying for weeks now. Pork Chop, he think he a motherfucking expert on shit. Hey, yo, Pork Chop, stop stealing my material, homie. I was talking about that shit weeks ago. Stop stealing my material, Pork Chop. Don't do that shit. I'll fuck you up. I'll fly out to you, my nigga. Trust me. I'm stupid like that. You ain't never met a nigga like me. Trust me. I'm stupid like that. I'll show up at you when you at the grocery store. I want to shout out to my recent trip to Baltimore. Shout out to TJ. Oh, I shows up, nigga. I shows up. If you don't believe none of those, believe that. It's two things you should believe. I'm going to, and that. If anything you can believe that shit. I'm into that shit. But listen, outside of that, right? Pork Chop is now taking a stance of where I was 3-4 months ago. He started to talk about these subscribers and how these subscribers, they're not loyal. They go from one motherfucking up. Not all of them, but 70% of them are not loyal. That's just what it is. They'll bounce from this podcast to that podcast or whatever. I gave y'all examples where I've shown y'all where I've been in my chat room and the same motherfuckers that are sitting there talking to me the most. And this is why I block some of these motherfuckers. The same motherfucker that's sitting up there talking to me the most will say, oh, I ain't got it or whatever. Fast forward an hour, 2 hours later, you will see that same profile and they'll be in a space and they'll think, well, they'll never find me over here. Yes, bitch, I found you over there. And so I find them over there, right? And when they're over there, they're sitting over there and they're donating. Boy, I had a bitch say she couldn't do it. Went over to another person's podcast or whatever, and donated $40 over there. I said, oh, motherfucker. But you couldn't even donate $10 to me when I was at the Jonathan Majors trial. You couldn't donate $5 I get a coffee, really? But you donate $40 for gossip, but not the real. See, gossip is rumors, speculations, theories, whatever. He say, she say, not admissible in the court of law. But Jonathan Majors having a fucking trial and being in person at that time, that's reality. And these motherfuckers can't discern, they can't disconnect from gossiping and the YouTube spectrum versus reality anymore. That's a problem. I've heard that, I say this. I was aware that when I saw he talking about Pork Chop. Pork Chop problem is Pork Chop want to poke his nose in everybody's business. Pork Chop want to use elementary tactics against people of color because quite honestly, and I try to tell y'all all the time, these people that be fooling y'all and duping y'all with this quick talk shit or whatever. In reality, they don't like being, see, I have no problem with my skin. I know who the fuck I am. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a black and Cuban man that's heavily influenced by Italians and Cubans. That's who I am. But some of these guys that you get that are representing and speaking for you or whatever, they really in reality think they're better than you. I said this about Storm Monroe. I said this nigga was sitting up here with this bitch Cynthia G, which everybody on YouTube that's in the spectrum of that pro-black community, because the bitch comes from Boyce Watkins. You understand what I'm saying? Well, yeah, I know everything, and I've got the answers to everything. And yeah, the UN conferred with me. I'm Boyce Watkins. I used to teach at Syracuse University. I've got the answers to everything. That motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he got some things to offer. You know what I'm saying? Hey, paisan. E como tu estás, paisan? Sei un bambino, eh? Gatto chielo. Capisci, That's funny. Anyway, I say this, and I say this to be respectful. If you are sort of motherfucker that bounces from podcast to podcast to podcast, only, yeah, moist, you know what I'm talking about, only to banter up and see that. Let me tell you what the subscribers keep the fucking show going. So what the subscribers do is they, some of them, the nasty ones, which is a lot of them, they go from podcast to podcast to podcast to podcast, trying to fluster something up, trying to keep something going, trying to keep some beef going or some shit like that, right? So they'll be like, yo, you know what so-and-so said about you? And then they'll run over there. And you know what so-and-so said? Matter of fact, I'm going to donate $20 to you just to make sure you believe me, because I want to see the beef unfold. See, underneath all these motherfuckers talking about they want unity and all this shit or whatever in the corners and shit of YouTube, is also a huge batch of these motherfuckers that want to see nothing but destruction and beef. They want to see nothing but destruction. I swear to God to you. They want to see nothing but destruction and beef. Kill that motherfucker. It's like gladiators. YouTube is the motherfucking Coliseum. And you all individually are gladiators. And when it came to the slaves fighting, don't take this the wrong way. When it came to the slaves fighting, it didn't matter if y'all were brothers. Y'all either pick up the swords or the lions will devour you. Y'all either pick up the swords or the lions will devour you. Some people gonna get it, some people not. I don't expect everybody to get that. I have to understand my intelligence supersedes a lot of people that listen to me, and I didn't realize that. And then a lot of times too, one of my biggest mistakes is I talk to a lot of my audience like they were actually in the music industry, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. And I've been told that several times. I'm glad y'all logged out, the people that just logged out. Y'all the type of people I don't want here. Anything you see log out real quick, that's mean they can't keep up with the conversation. They don't understand what I'm talking about, and that's quite fine. Please unsubscribe on your way out. I don't need people moving. This is a brand new year. Get rid of all loose baggage right now. Don't carry them motherfuckers into even the third week in January. Get rid of all riff-raff and rubbish and non-supporters right now if you own a YouTube channel. Get rid of them motherfuckers. Or the motherfuckers will sit with you for another year and do absolutely nothing in preparedness to help you out, but secretly be helping the nigga that you beefing with on YouTube. I done seen that shit before too. Oh, you ain't never seen that? Oh, I seen that shit a million times. Let me tell you how these subscribers, we'll talk about the subscribers, and then I'm gonna get back into pork chop, and then I'm gonna talk some more about Rat Williams. The Rat Pack. That's what I want to call them. The Rat Pack. Albie Shore. This big bitch, Lunel. Bitch is like a fucking pig. Jaguar Wright. And Katt Williams. That's the Rat Pack. 4 rats. Lunel did some goofy shit. I put it up on my page. I ain't never liked Lunel as a comic anyway. I always looked at it as a fucking coon ever since I seen it in Borak. That's just my honest to God opinion. I looked at it as a tap dancing fucking broad back then. You know what I mean? But let me further go on into this. Y'all make sure y'all hit up that Cash App. We running into the hour point. We're gonna stop right here for a minute or whatever for a quick second. Cause I need some fucking support today. You know what I'm saying? So let's say I'm gonna do it minimum. I'll keep it under $50. Y'all go ahead and hit that at least. Help me hit that goal to $50. Watch this, they ain't gonna do it because I ain't gossiping. Anybody see this on a replay, I'm gonna let y'all know if anybody supported. And I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm proving what I'm saying at the same time. I'm trying to allow them to have the opportunity to prove me wrong. I like when a motherfucker prove me wrong. Because if you've been on this channel, you know I put in work for real. I don't sit at home and just have a motherfucking light on me. That's why I don't even get on camera at the crib no more. I literally don't get on camera on the crib no more because I'm like, yo, like these niggas are fucking up my flow. And then on top of that, not only will they do that, I got another batch over here that's solely responsible for flagging my shit. That's all. But they want to listen to the Rat Pack. The Rat Pack. That's the real Rat Pack right there. Al B. Shore, Jaguar Wright, Katt Williams, and Lunel. Let me tell you what that fat ass Lunel did when the shit happened with Cassie. I had put that shit up. This fat fucking orker. She went on her page. She went on her page and had somebody film her going up and drawing devil horns on Diddy's picture with DJ Khaled while DJ Khaled was holding his son. I said that is so distasteful. You couldn't find one fucking picture without DJ Khaled's son involved where you put the devil next to. And matter of fact, I believe Pup might have been holding DJ Khaled's kid in the picture. I said, y'all should make sure that bitch don't work at no venue ever again, or based off that shit alone. And if a man would have did that, and he would have did that while a woman, say if it was two women holding, and one of them was holding a baby, and the man went up and put devil horns on the baby, oh, it would have been an uproar. It would have been an uproar. It would have been an uproar. But since it was a man, it didn't matter. And I said, well, why the fuck Lunel going out of the way and out of her? She part of the Rat Pack. Jaguar Wright, Al B. Shore, and Lunel. I got it. I didn't think I was gonna figure that out, huh? I knew something was funny when I heard Katt Williams talk. I talked about this last night. And when I first heard him talk, I said, that shit sound familiar. And the first thing that resonated in my head was, that sounded like Jaguar Wright. Come to find out, Jaguar used to work for this motherfucker. So she's not lying. And if y'all don't believe, see, most niggas, they don't know this story about this bitch like I do. Now you don't know it like I do. The way I know it is different. Y'all some Johnny come latelys, most of you.
But yeah, so it was the birthday, and Katt just happened to be booked at the amphitheater in Miami, and he and Special Ed are friends. So Ed invited him to the birthday party. Turns out he was a supporter of my music. And the picture that I posted online, that was the first night we met. And he gave me a lovely birthday gift.
Okay.
And it was cash. And,
which is always lovely.
Yeah. And we had a great night, and I sang to him, and we talked about his production company. He said, Jag, will you come write for me? And I said, absolutely. And he said, well, when can you come to LA? And I said, well, I have to go home. I have children. After I finish with my birthday, I got to go home. But once I go home and check on my kids, I can leave. I did. I left. I went to LA, and then I traveled with him. I was with him for,
hey, let me address some. Let me address some really quick, Jag. Chanel,
yeah.
Thank you for the.
That's all y'all need to hear. No, she know that nigga. You know that nigga, don't you? You know that nigga, don't you? Who? Him? You know that nigga, don't you? It's the Rat Pack. Now, what does the Rat Pack want? That's what I want to figure out here. What do they want? What do you hope to get out of this?
Them motherfuckers ain't here to buy no mandingos.
Yeah, it was a swell idea, wasn't it, Bird?
They ain't here to buy no mandingos. Them motherfuckers ain't here to buy no mandingos. So what do they want? Is the question. What do y'all want? What are y'all looking for? You're looking for a check. You're looking for a second time in the career. Shit, you could have had that. The niggas at the LaQuint Dickey mining factory got it rougher than that. Y'all don't believe me, huh?
Okay, but I see in your eyes there you still have a lot of love and respect for Katt. So that speaks to his character.
Don't make me cry.
I'm not trying to make you cry. I'm not Oprah, but
no, it's just Katt Williams is a very sensitive subject for me.
Okay.
Because I'm like his biggest fan, yo.
He's
like,
really,
I really am.
Yeah.
One of the smartest things I ever heard him say, because I want people to really understand. The show is the show. I think part of the biggest reason why our energies were attracted to each other is because the both of us specialize as practitioners in provocation.
I'll stop right there. Provocation. And you see how she gave him that devil ass smile, nigga? You should have known back then it was coming. You see how she gave him that devil ass smile? She said provocateurs of provocation. I mean, bitches like to start shit and watch everybody's reaction. Like two hoe ass niggas, two trifling ass bitches, him and her. The Rat Pack. Oh man. You thought I wouldn't catch on, huh, Huggy P? Shout out to Huggy P. That's a sneaky bitch right there. Imagine being married to that cunt, huh? I told you. She don't respect no man that don't use his mind. She don't respect any motherfucking man that's around her this week. And I know girls like that because my sisters are like that. But more importantly, I know girls like that because girls like that usually come from families that have a lot of men in it. That's where she get her arrogance from. I don't know her family. I don't do shit like that. Now, my problems with her. And I had a problem that could be quickly eradicated if we all move on amicably. But if you consistently want to beep them motherfuckers, I'll give you that too. Hey, it's no problem with me. I'm into that shit. The Rat Pack. Al B. Shore, Lunel, Katt Williams, and Jaguar Wright. The only notable faces to mention anyway. Probably some more people now. Oh, y'all don't believe me, huh? Okay.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Rat Pack. Al, I swear to God, I better not find out you slaying motherfucking Lou Nelson D, my nigga. Like you out of the club. You out of the club. You out of the club at that point. You better not have fucked Lou now. It look like I'm trying to knock the bottom out this motherfucker. And that wasn't Al. That was Lou Nell. I'll be sure. Let me find out you out here slinging Lou Nell some D, nigga. You better not be. You better not be. Y'all make sure to go ahead and support the Cash App right now. $ STRINGERBELL80. It's right there displayed on the screen. Go ahead, man. Donate 10, 15, $20, especially if you're here with me every day. Got some things we're trying to do today. Trying to recuperate some money on some new equipment that we got in here. You understand what I'm saying? If y'all rock with me, y'all gonna start seeing shit in 8K. Yes, 8K. I didn't say 4K. I said 8K. 8K. All right. Yeah, we done stepped it up. But we're looking for supporters. We're looking for donators right now because we're trying to do a lot of things right now at the top of the year, not the middle of the year, not the second month of the year, whatever the case may be. People talk so much about going against the opposition, going against motherfucking the system and all that shit or whatever. But you regulating me to have no other choice but to turn this page into a page that can be monetized. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to partner with Google because then I can't talk to y'all real and naturally the way I want to. I have to, hi guys, how are you doing? And it's great that you're here today and blah, blah, blah. But that's the shit I'm going to have to do to keep the fucking, you understand what I'm saying? So you either get, this shit right here, this natural that I talk all the time, or you can get one of these motherfuckers, hey, how you doing, guys? And blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, and all that. But I'm not doing that shit. I'm not sounding like AT2 on my fucking podcast. And nigga, stop trying to sound like me. You was never firing up. You know what I don't like? Pork Chop, listen to me. Pork Chop, you can't be me. You'll never be me. All right? All right? You can't be me. My nigga, you was never on camera spazzing on niggas. Yo, da. You bet none of nigga, you got that from me. Got you. You got that from me. You're not me. Quit trying to implement my personality into your fucking podcast, bro. That's some fucking weird shit right there. You ain't no turn up type of nigga. Because I swear to God, if you was in front of me, I smack the shit out of you. You wouldn't do nothing about it. I guarantee you wouldn't do nothing about it on my mother. So let's stop. It was calm down the tough guy routine, all right? Because you flipping out on bitches. Like, every now and then you say something to a bitch or whatever. I understand somebody saying something about your family or something like that. Nigga, move out the basement. Move out the basement. Then they won't say that no more. Niggas was making fun of me because I lived in a shelter for a minute. I got out the shelter quick as I possibly could on my own hustle. So you got to get your own hustle. You got to get the fuck out of it. Stop taking. Why are you going to the casino and using, this is another example, and I ain't trying to knock your hustle. But why are you spending your money going to the casino, my nigga, when you living in your people's basement? Right then, I'm already looking at you funny. Your priorities is fucked up, nigga. Get out and get your own, you old ass nigga. That nigga old as fuck living in the basement. Fucking basement, baby. Taking people's donations and going to gamble. That's why them niggas stop fucking with you like that, because you taking their motherfucking donations and going gambling. And I'm not making nothing up on you because, nigga, you say it in your podcast. I just got back from Vegas from gambling. And I'm sure that's some of the money you work for, too. But, nigga, you look crazy. This is what I'm trying to tell you. These niggas is telling you don't donate to me, and I'm doing noble shit. That's why I said it seemed like to me that the only way you can get rewarded by Black Americans on this shit is if you are a gossiper and you're bashing people, or you're setting up some type of rumor or something like that, or whatever, or if you just basically diss the audience to their face and tell them, yo, y'all ain't shit. This is what I think of y'all. Y'all niggas want to donate to me and regurgitated bullshit without any real opinion based behind it, then I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take y'all money, I'm gonna go to the casino. There's a whole bunch of these niggas that do that shit. I see niggas buying fucking homes and all kinds of shit, was spewing basically just bullshit based on the logic of scorn motherfuckers. It's terrible. It's just disgusting, really. It's fucking disgusting. Well, before I leave out of here, because I don't spend a lot of time talking to these folks anymore. I'm gonna allow them to get off of here and go donate their money to the Katt Williams Fund. Whoever's talking about Katt Williams is better than me, whatever. I'm gonna stick by what I said. 40% of the shit he said, yeah, it may have been the truth, but the rest of it was bullshit. And I believe it was made up. You look like a fucking rat. I hope that a lot of venues stop fucking with you. I hope a lot of people in the industry stop fucking with you based off the shit you said. I've been keeping a record of niggas for 30 years. And then when a nigga asked, oh, you been snitching? He said, no, they come and tell me. No, nigga, you been snitching. You a snitch. And this is quick. You'll go snitch to the police too. You probably have snitched to the police before. Yeah, I don't see this shit for what it is. I see it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm not going to change my personality. I'm not going to change who I am internally and sacrifice my motherfucking dignity for this shit that y'all got going on that y'all call a system. I'm just not going to do it. And if it comes down to I have to solely change the dynamic and get out of the black diaspora of delivering because it's not working. You see what I'm saying? Like for whatever reason or another, I don't know. Some of us out of racism, some of us because when you deal with a lot of unversed people, I'm not going to diss anybody, but when you deal with uncultured and unversed people that have never been around anything other than people that live around their block, it is very hard to expound to them about different things that are going on. It's very hard. And I haven't mastered that. I know the hood. I know when I talk to people in the hood, they usually resonate with me. But for some reason or another, this YouTube crowd, they don't. They rather believe a lie, which is very dangerous because in real world, this is the circumstance. In the real world instance, these same people are dangerous because they can't make rational decisions, which also goes further to say why these are the same type of motherfuckers that'll buy a $50,000 car and be pulling up to the fourth floor of a pissy elevator in the projects. Y'all know the type. And so it's sad, man, but I can't make these people. The only thing I will say is every time I say something that comes true, don't y'all find that funny? Every time I say something, even when y'all going with these huge ass campaigns, oh, so and this and that and the other and the third or whatever. I always end up for some reason coming out and the shit comes out the way I said it does. Don't you just find that a little ironic? That maybe you just might be wrong. Maybe that a lot of these niggas are using these positions and using these accusations to try to further their career because they know the type of days that we live in. We live in an era of the conspiracy theorist. When it comes to Black and Latin culture, the majority of them are conspiracy theorists. Meaning if your whole work life and work endowment is consistent of working at McDonald's, what the fuck do you know about the music industry? You shouldn't even be speaking on the music industry. Anybody in the music industry for that matter. If your whole work history consists of nothing more than being a janitor, then why the fuck are you talking about people in the music industry? And these are the people that they will hold up high and be like, yo, let's donate to that person. And I'll be like, yo, for real? And a lot of them, I think they do it just to be nasty people or whatever. That's a quite possibility. I really could care less. I really could. But it's just the sentiment of it all that just bothers me. It really is. It's just like, wow, that's what this is what you got to do to move with the people and all this shit or whatever. If that's the case, I'm good. I gotta sell y'all lies to fit in. Like the fuck? Never that. I ain't never been no suck ass nigga like that. Not about to be one now. I'm not gonna sell lies to get cash apps. I'm not gonna sell falsehoods to get cash apps. And if a motherfucker don't like me for it, then that's what it is. I don't give a fuck. If you don't like me for it, I could really less likely give a fuck. Some people like being lied to, you know what I mean? Some people like being lied to. I was looking for a video, but guess I don't have it. Sometimes God don't want me to have certain videos. I was looking for a video, but I guess I don't have it no more. So, whatever. In the video was a black woman, and she was talking about the lack of people tipping her at her job, which was very informative, and it was crazy. She was like, I hate serving black people because they don't tip me at my job. And it was ironic. I'm gonna have the video for you. I'll just post it up separately. But it was very interesting to see this video. I'm pretty sure if you search it, you'll find it. But she was talking about people in the black people, they never tip her at her job. And a lot of people that work in the restaurant industry, especially in New York, they depend on tips. Some of these people, they only make the minimum, I think it's like $9-10 an hour before they get those tips. But these be the same people that be out here. This was a woman saying this. This was a woman saying this. Why the fuck don't I have this video right now? And then if I jump off of here and go get it real quick, y'all gonna fade away, huh? Let me see if I got the screenshot of it. I think I got the screenshot at least. Let me see if I got the screenshot because I want to show y'all this, at least that much. And then y'all can go look for the video yourself if you want to, or you can wait for me to upload it later. Y'all know how I do. But I want y'all to see that I'm not lying to y'all. And it was funny because she had mad likes on the shit. Like there was other people that were coming in, and most of the people that were coming in and commenting, they weren't black people. They were white people. And it was just fucking hilarious how they were surprised at the behavior. And I said, yeah, see, there it go again. I'm trying to tell y'all, like these niggas, they kick this bullshit like they care. They don't care. In reality, yeah, I do have the screenshots of it. Good shit. So boom and boom. Yeah, we'll do that. I knew I saved at least the screenshots of it because I wanted to expound on this. So here we go. And let me move this so you guys can see this a little bit better. But as you can see, this post got 4.9K likes. And it says, I can't stand serving black people. Waitress blast black customers who eat at her establishment. Now, hold on, I'm going to move this so you can see it a little bit better with this. That's why I took 2 screenshots of it. Boom. I can't stand serving black people. Waitress blasts black customers who eat at her restaurant and don't tip. Says it's usually a bad experience. She said it's usually a bad experience. And you can see right there, she works at NYC. So this is New York City Tri-State. This is up this way. Now, isn't that ironic? Because that tipping mechanism goes the same way here with the donation process. And it's the same thing that I'm saying. I'm saying like, yo, what? And I truly believe that this is and this is my opinion. I truly believe that a lot of black people have like, how can I say it? They really adapted onto this personality because it is their statement of saying, I'm better than you. There it is right there. And it explains a lot. I say, I know I'm not the only person that sees this, that if you're someone that's hardworking or busting your ass or whatever, black people don't admire that. They only admire you when you come in and you look like you got it all together, or you pretending like you got it all together, which is mostly the case, pretending. Well, there it is right there, though. There it is right there. And I just happened to come through that because I was actually going through other news feeds, and I was just there. It's actually a post. You know what I'm saying? Because it got so many different fucking, what's the name? And this girl says, I can't stand serving black people. Waitress blasts black customers who eat at her restaurant and don't tip. Says it's usually a bad experience. That's what she said. That's what she said. I ain't making it up. That's what she said. And I've heard other people say this, and I'm gonna start bringing up other things because evidently it's one thing if a man say it, but it means something totally different if a woman say it. This shit got 4.9K likes. A couple people just left out of here because they felt ashamed or think I'm ashamed. It's okay for them to shame everybody else, but as soon as you shame them back, they got a problem with it. Oh, what a pussy culture this has become. Black culture is full of a bunch of pussies now. I swear to God. Pussies, hypocrites, liars, gossipers, and fucking thieves. You heard me correctly. That's what you are, most of you now. You should be ashamed of yourself. Your grandmothers and great uncles and everybody else that be rolling around their grave right now, they can see who you motherfuckers have become. You become a bunch of pirates. Digital pirates. And instead of helping your own achieve the same, you want to keep your own down. And now that I got a woman saying the same thing that I be saying, now everybody's mad. Hypocrites. I tell you, people are hypocrites. They're hypocrites. They're cheap. If they help you, I had somebody donate to me one time. And they made an announcement of how much they donated to me. And once they did that, I said, oh, I ain't never fucking with you again. It was like, well, why'd you block me? I donated to you. I said, because you had to type in my motherfucker. You had to say audibly out of your mouth how much you donated to me. They wrote that. They said, how can you stop? How can you? They made another profile. Maybe they had another profile. This is so-and-so. Why'd you block me? I said, I blocked you because you ain't had no reason to come in my chat room. Or you ain't had no reason to announce, rather, that you motherfucker, how much you donated to me and all this shit. Like, what kind of fuck shit is that? I'll announce it. It looked like that's what you was looking for. I told you, this whole black togetherness shit. See, Puff, I told you that whole black excellence shit was some bullshit. I said, you gotta check the real behavior of these niggas. I be in the street, man. I see what's going on. See what I mean now, Puff? Niggas don't love you, nigga. You think I be on here every day and all the shit I do, and I do more shit than any of these vloggers. Than any of these vloggers. I can't think of one vlogger on this motherfucker who has been to more locations and did more shit that I did this year than me. I can't think of one motherfucker in 2023. If y'all can find him, let me know who he is so I can shout him out. Because it definitely ain't Jaguar Wright. It definitely ain't Storm and Roll. It definitely ain't none of these motherfuckers. But these motherfuckers that do absolutely nothing but only say shit that make you feel good or reminiscent of mama and them. These motherfuckers y'all get y'all money to. And to that one person that's logged out here, that's fine. Peace. Later. Like I said, I have a whole bunch of voyeurs that watch me. You got to be a voyeur if you're just sitting around trying to see what I'm saying. I'm getting rid of them as the time goes. I got rid of about 15 more last night. I got some more to go, but we gonna get rid of the voyeurs or whatever. If I see you ain't never donated, ain't never really helped out the channel or nothing like that, block them motherfuckers. There's a lot of motherfuckers in here acting like they friends and shit like that, and they cool, and they not cool with you, my nigga. Trust me. There's two of you I seen in here the other day, and I saw y'all over at AT2 page over there, motherfucking commenting, talking shit. You want to talk shit about me, but I saw how you got down. I was like, oh, they a snake too. I won't put that back up on the screen. Because I feel vindicated by hearing that woman say the same thing that I had been saying. There's a problem in the culture. And the only thing the culture wants to support is anything that's negative, and they don't realize it's negative, but to the better batch of America, it's negative. This is what the girl said. She said, I can't stand black customers. She said, I can't stand serving black people. Waitress blasts black customers who eat at her restaurant and don't tip. She says it's usually a bad experience. We got about 10 more minutes here, y'all. Then I'm going to head up on off of here, whatever. I do my I do my lives based off donation based. I don't sit here and talk to niggas for 5 and 6 hours or whatever. I wish some of y'all niggas would start doing the same thing. Stop sitting with these niggas for 5 to 10 hours. I'm seeing people. I saw a girl the other night. She said, I sat with these niggas for 6 hours. Girl, I sat with these niggas for 6 hours and only 2 people donated. I watched the podcast. I said, I know what you're talking about. These motherfuckers like to see you fucked up. These are not your friends. I don't know where all this fake ass black togetherness shit is from, but I don't see it. Only thing I see is a whole bunch of motherfuckers that pretty much hate each other, pretty much talk down on each other, pretty much spend their whole entire day putting each other down, pretty much talk about everybody else. Like I said, if you really pay attention to Katt Williams, he said nothing about anybody white in the industry. That's why I had a problem with the most. I'm like, oh, you're a real pussy. That is a pussy. You go in there and talk about everybody black, but you don't talk about anybody white. You're a pussy. Fuck Katt Williams. I will never, ever. I met that motherfucker in Atlanta before. I got a picture of him somewhere. I'll put it up. I got like 3 pictures up when I met him in Atlanta. He was down there at some event. Duct Tape was at. Shout out to Duct Tape, man. Papa Duck, what up, boy? On parlait, oui, ma consentant. Ça va, oui. What's going? I'm trying to tell niggas, these do not want to fuck you. If you fuck with me, his niggas come with machetes, all kinds of. The shit gets wild with me. Like, trust me on this. If you ain't guaranteed nothing else, you guaranteed that. Anyway, Katt Williams, when I met him, he was cool and everything like that, but the shit you doing right now, man, is some sucker shit. You ain't named nobody of color. You want to choke on your brim for a minute and say, oh, well, I've helped this person. So everybody know you take fat ass Lunel on tour, but you probably fucking that fat bitch. Everybody know you take fat ass Lunel on tour with you. All right, cool. Everybody know you take Red Grant. Shout out to Red Grant. He's a good comedian. Everybody know you take the usual suspects with you. You understand what I'm saying? And that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, come on, my nigga. Stop acting like you do shit for the people. You don't do shit for the people, my nigga. You did damage to the people by doing that shit you did the other night, you stupid fuck. You could have talked about that at the dinner table. And it's the same regurgitated shit, just like this bitch bring up every couple of months. And everybody's saying the same thing. And Puff, I wish you would make a fucking statement. Jonathan about to make a statement. You need to make a fucking statement. Because if I can see Lavelle, if I can see fucking Ice Cube, I can see all these different people come out and talk again. Yo, this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. And Lavelle, I gotta say, I ain't agree with that corny ass shit you said, bro. Like, you a good comedian and everything like that, but I wish you would just shut the fuck up because nobody was saying anything about you. Like your involvement in the conversation was not needed, my brother. I really wish you would have just shut the fuck up on it. And this is why I'm gonna say why. Lavelle came in. And Lavelle's comment, I'm not gonna play the shit. Fuck that. Don't nobody support this channel. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. I'm not doing the extra digs for niggas. When I was getting up early in the morning and going to Jonathan Major's trial and all this shit and having to travel and all this shit. And niggas couldn't even give me $5 for a cup of coffee. Fuck all that going extra for niggas. Fuck niggas. They don't like how it's going. Cash App is right there on the screen. Support that. Just like I support these suck ass niggas that be out here gossiping and tattletaling and snitching and shit. Y'all niggas support niggas that work for the motherfucking government. Dumb motherfuckers. Y'all supporting government informants. Black hotels fell off. But the real nigga that be doing the real shit, now fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. That nigga wasn't even a A&R. Ain't been on A&R since 2009. I said, damn, Granny, you really out of the fold. This nigga storm up and he wasn't an A&R. I said, yeah, these just 2 niggas pretending. That's another thing, too. A lot of people in fucking, what was that, the snitch zone, I guess you would call it, the snitch area of YouTube. The snitch area. That's what we call it, the snitch side of the game. We can call this shit the snitch sector. Let's call it that. The snitch sector. The snitch sector of YouTube. That's inclusive of all the gossip, bitch niggas, shit like that. I'll say again. I listened to a nigga, one Katt Williams, who subsequently sits there and plays a gay choir director in First Sunday. Later on, before then, is in a scene in Friday After Next where his cheeks are hanging out at the toilet and he's talking to another man on camera. That man, being Terry Crews, rips some motherfucking goddamn, what is it? The fucking, what is that there? The fucking phone books off his chest. And subsequently stimulates him raping this little nigga. And we supposed to forget that was your most famous scene that you was bragging about, talking about, I had the part before Ricky Smiley. I got the, Ricky Smiley had the part before me. I took the part from Ricky. I wouldn't want to say I took that part about that scene. And then at the end of the movie, to stimulate that you gonna get raped again, you ask a nigga to hold another nigga's nuts with some pliers, and the nigga sets free and chases you down the street. Simulating once he catch you, we go tear you up. This is your claim to fame, my man. It's what you out here defending. So we got a nigga that's out here talking about who gay or who not gay, but nigga, you was actually in a scene. It sound like you deflected, my nigga. You was actually in the scene. I don't remember Friday After Next. The nigga had his cheeks out. And Terry Crews' character walked through the door. He said, yo, you know what this is. Now, I don't know what this is. Come on, man. This is this nigga's claim to fame. Y'all serious? And he was bragging about it. He was adamant about Money Mike was my part. Fuck Money Mike. Don't nobody remember that shit. That nigga was saying that shit like it was Luke Skywalker. Like it was Darth Vader. I don't know. Give me some other memorable characters. You know what I'm saying? Denzel Washington parts and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I can't no more. So I just decided to say to myself, let me ask y'all a question while I'm here. Should I stay with the Black and Latin crowd as far as my uploads and materials concerned for another year and sit back and put my faith into them and know if I don't talk the way they want me to talk, because these motherfuckers are communists. Trust me when I tell you, they said Martin Luther King was a communist too. And trust me, black people have a lot embedded in them with communism. Trust me. And I'm half Cuban and I'm saying that shit. Isn't that ironic? They have a lot of communism traits built into them. Trust me on that one. They said Martin Luther King was a communist. They said Malcolm X was a communist as well. But let me ask you this question, right? And many of the pro-black brothers that were running away from the United States, this for your fucking information, you dumb motherfuckers, they went to Cuba. So next time you say some racist shit to me about Cuba, remember that, including Tupac's motherfucking godmother. They all ran to Cuba. And Fidel allowed them and hid them in Cuba. So if you're so pro-black and I'm half Cuban and you sitting up and you telling people not to donate to me, maybe we should divulge where motherfucker Shada Secure was at. Maybe we should kick some of these niggas out of Cuba and let the United States government deal with them justly as they should be dealt with, right? Since y'all say Cuba's so fucked up. Fuck anybody that ain't FBA. Maybe we should get these niggas out of Cuba because there's a couple of them niggas sitting over there. I might make some phone calls. I don't know. Maybe we should do that. Since the pro-black, the FBA say Cuba ain't shit, but Cuba hid all these Black Panthers and Cuba hid under the advisement of Fidel Castro. They hid Ashada Shakur, invited her there. Many other Black Panthers that were running from the U.S. motherfucking prosecution, they went right to fucking Cuba. Anybody that says any fucking different, they're a fucking liar. You don't know anything about black pride and black history. You're just a fucking grifter, fucking hustler. Those are real grifters and hustlers right there, you stupid motherfuckers. But you telling people don't donate to me? course you would. You all under a spell. Don't tell somebody, oh, we ain't gonna donate to you. A motherfucker wrote that. I showed that shit to y'all. A motherfucker wrote that to me and said, go back to your country then. And I was thinking to myself, and I said to because trust me, the reason I'm getting a lack of donations is because of racism. Trust me on that one. And I said, well, hold up. Ain't nobody tell Ashada Sakura when she was running from the fucking persecution to go back to her country. No, Fidel invited her in there and kept her in there subsequently for years. When the Mexicans took in African-American slaves, see, this is how much these niggas don't know. Y'all listen to these Tariq Nasheeds and all these niggas don't even tell you the real history. Right now, it is a part and I forgot what it's called. It starts with a V. But it's a part of Mexico right now that it's vastly, every last descendant there is black Mexicans, right? These black Mexicans, they have a celebration every year, Diez Deal. I can't think of the name of it. It's Diez Deal something. It's a celebration of black Mexicans there. These black Mexicans are actually remnants of when the slavery was over in the United States or whatever. Slaves was being recaptured, so they either ran to fucking Canada or they ran to some parts of South America, which included Mexico. And Mexicans took care of black Americans that were running away from slavery. You owe so many motherfuckers. So many of the people that you're sitting back and you're talking shit about right now, you owe them. You owe them. Ungrateful motherfuckers. I said ungrateful people. Ungrateful, unloyal, unhinged, women uncontrollable. And I said, don't dare sit there and say anything about Cuba, any place like that, when in fact, the best of your best ran to Cuba because they were fucking scared of the United States government and the white man, coward motherfuckers. That's a real fucking, like, somebody wrote that to me and it was other things that were written to me or whatever. If you want to donate to me or whatever, I can't help my DNA. I'm still black. You know what I'm saying? My mother's black American, so you dissing my mother. This is crazy. So black Americans are the new racists now, huh? Black Americans and Latino Americans are the new racists now. We'll see how that works. Because what's going to be happening is you're not going to have an ally in the fucking world. And that's going to make it easier. What happens if you think you start all these fights with all these different fucking minority groups, and then all of a sudden the minority groups say, you know what, fuck these people are total. Let's just knock them out the box. That's what's going to happen. All these motherfuckers that are talking shit on the internet about FBA this. And it's one thing to be proud of yourself. It's another thing when you're turning around and you're attacking other people. At that point, you're a hate group. At that point, you're a hate group. Because that's what I notice about these FBA people. They're halfway with truth. They don't understand. I grew up around that pro-black shit. I know where the fuck I hear the right version and the wrong version. So don't fool that shit up under my ass. The Black Panthers were out here and they had a school program. The Black Panthers were out here, they had a grocery program. If you go look right now, there's a picture of them and they got around about 1,000 bags of groceries that's lined up, ready to get to the people. None of these YouTuber fucking armchair activist motherfuckers doing any of that shit. That's why I prefer being in the street versus being in a fucking studio behind closed doors. And anybody seen day one of my lives, I started out doing my joints in the street. I never had no studio, none of that. Anyway, man, let me get off of here. I'm talking to a bunch of corpses and brainwashed motherfuckers that don't donate and don't support this channel. And I'm tired. I'm tired at this point. Talking to people, I'm going to end it with this. I want y'all to go over and give all your money to Katt Williams. Thank him for saving, the industry. Things are different now thanks to Katt Williams, The business will never be the same again thanks to Katt Williams, thanks to Jaguar Wright. I want y'all to go give all y'all money to them. Don't donate nothing here, And I want you to leave comments about this question right here. Do you think it would be better for me to move on from African American and Latin audiences and material and move more into the fray of wider material. I think that's what I'm going to start doing. I think if you want to be successful, because I've given, when I look back at it now, I've given African Americans 3 years to rock with me, and everything I've said is true, and everything I've said is real. But their conspiracy theories and things like that supersede their actual common sense of mind, and I can't be involved in that moving forward in 2024. It's a bad vibe. That it's toxic. The people that are carrying the motives and the stories are toxic as fuck. And you see they have made no progress or attempted to make any progress. They're just coming in doing the same shit they was doing last year. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna see a spurge of motherfuckers coming in here in the next 2 weeks doing that podcast. You're gonna see this has not been any change in them whatsoever. It's just a continuation of what they were doing last year. So if they were gossiping last year, they're gonna gossip last year. Guys, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that Cash App real quick. I know many of y'all in the African American community only donate to gossipers and conspiracy theorists, things like that, because that's the long tone that y'all are in. But please consider it of other people that don't do that type of material. And if we were all doing the same material, then we would be fucking boring. I'm not worried about what the African American community thinks about me, because they have told me what they think about me. And basically what they're telling me is you are not one of us fully. I know that most African Americans are mixed with white and don't have no full strain of Africa in them, but you're not one of us. All right, that's cool. So I need to go where I'm accepted at. And maybe, and I hope I don't find myself on this side of the track. I hope I don't find myself, because Candace Owens is from here where I live at, right? I'm taking y'all to Candace Owens' house. Oh, that's somewhere else I took y'all this year. I almost forgot. Took y'all to where Candace Owens grew up at. Jen Psaki, who is the U.S. Former U.S. Press Secretary, is also from here where I live at. But that's neither here nor there. Eartha Kitt literally lived 15 minutes away from here before she passed away at her estate. And Diana Ross lives close by. But nevertheless, I don't know what's been spread about me. I've never been in all these secret places and all that stuff or whatever, where these people have behind paywalls and things like that. And I don't care. They depicted in what they say to me. So I can't control everything that they say, right? I can't hear everything that they say. But one thing I do know, there's been a collective effort of Black Americans here on YouTube to seemingly try to stop what I'm saying in favor of going along with gossip and things like that. And this is primarily from people that have never had one foot in the music industry. That is ironic. That's like me talking about Amos candies or Amos cookies, and I've never baked a cookie in my life. Does that make sense? I've never been in the kitchen my whole entire life. Does that make sense? But this is the theories and suggestions we're taking from people that are pretty much just guessing on their podcasts. And the amount of money that these people are able to collect, gossiping and murmuring and cursing and hollering and putting their damnation towards the music industry they've never been in, never walked in. Hell, most of these people, ironically enough, don't even live around record labels. They don't even live in cities that have record labels. They live in those small rural counties or whatever. And these are the people that not only YouTubers put their faith in, Black YouTubers and Latin YouTubers put their faith in, religiously follow behind these motherfuckers, but more importantly, they will donate every last dime they got to these motherfuckers. But will tell a person like me, oh, I ain't got it right now. Just because of pure simple fact, if they do donate to me, it'll look like they're going against the grain of the other motherfuckers that they over there supporting and open hollering on their page. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? So what they want me to do, they want me to stop blogging, and they're hoping that if they don't donate to this page, that I'll quit. I'll stop talking. Nah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the material up here. And I'm going to switch it up to a way where it works against you. And I'm trying my best. I really don't want to Candace Owens the fuck out of this shit. But I think that's what I'm going to do, because that's where the money's at. The money's not siding with African Americans. There's no money in that. These little conversations about, you think having conversations about Jaguar writers and fucking what's the name, the financial freedom, or having conversations about fucking Katt Williams is a reach to financial freedom? We're not talking about niggas that done anything. Remember, what the fuck has Jaguar Wright done for the culture? Nothing. What has Katt Williams done for the culture? Nothing that's memorable. Nothing. You took a couple niggas on tour with you, so what? You supposed to. They were your friends. We're supposed to commend you for that. You adopted a couple kids. Were we supposed to commend you for that? Okay, that's great. Maybe your dick doesn't work right. That means I get hard or something like that. Maybe you're shooting blanks. Who knows? Only thing I do know is African American culture is fucked up. And they're on their way a trajectory of losing big time, even though they think they're winning. I don't know how they think they're winning. But they think they're winning, so that's cool. Man, we'll sit with that one. But what you'll find out, and you'll start finding out in the next couple of months, is you motherfuckers are actually losing big time. And I don't know why more motherfuckers don't point it out so y'all see it. I'll try to point it out. Y'all won't listen. So y'all keep on gossiping. But one day, what's going to happen is everything I'm telling you right now, boom, it's going to hit you like a ton of fucking rocks. And you're going to be like, oh, that's what the fuck he was talking about. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's what the fuck I was talking about. So I want to thank everybody that was here and joined me, didn't donate, didn't support. Another night, another day of that. Fuck damn campaign. That's cool. But I definitely think we're going to start switching. I think we're definitely going to Candace Owen the fuck out of this shit, which means that I'm going to lose a lot of people that never donated to me. Who gives a shit, right? Why would I? Listen, this for all you vloggers. Why? Don't worry about subscribers and don't worry about losing them, okay? Because ultimately what you're doing is you have to figure it out like this. And this is just reality. You just got a motherfucker that listens to you. Not a motherfucker that's going to elevate you, okay? Most African Americans are not in the business of elevating anybody but people that are nefarious, criminal based, or whatever. I could tote that whole horn on here all day if I want to. But if you watch the people that they choose to elevate, you will soonly find out that most of the people that they choose to elevate are toxic as fuck. The majority of them. You understand what I'm saying? And the people that they choose to elevate and they hold high on a pedestal, if you notice that all those people are negative and toxic and the people that are good, they don't want to do anything with them, then you'll start to understand the nature of the people themselves. So I'm not surprised that nobody here with 30-something people here, nobody chose to donate to me. No, it's no surprise to me at all. It's their nature.